still got 5 minutes though, right?
Yeah, we do. But
I
we're
got the I got the cue. I know when to
all
stop.
right.
I know when you had enough. Enough is enough. I know that's a throwback, isn't it, Maria? I love it.
Damn right, that's a throwback.
Scoob, welcome, man. Scoob, welcome. I'm glad you
That's
made
why I
it,
made
man.
the suggestion.
Amanda, how you doing? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a classic, Tony, for sure. Yeah, we're gonna give
Showing our
everybody
age now.
a little bit of time to join us. We got to cut the music like about 5 minutes early because we are streaming on YouTube and Instagram this evening. So, you know,
Officially.
officially, it's official. As far as I know, it's official. So
Yeah.
we got to sh shut the music down, you know, and
Just gonna throw a daily reminder. Make sure that everyone is taking their multivitamins.
ooh, I got to get my calcium. Hold on.
I don't know. How did I get here? Oh my gosh.
Did we just let someone up?
Oh my gosh. I don't know how I got here.
Don't just relax. It's okay.
It's okay.
Um,
We are
thanks for
used to
coming to hang
letting
out.
people up by accident.
It's good to have you
Hey, Amanda.
and hang out with us. But yeah, we'll send you on back down to the comments, and we appreciate you joining us. Thanks,
Yeah,
Chi.
Thank you
thanks.
for joining us.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
What's happening? Mm, mm,
It wouldn't be
mm.
interesting if we didn't have something like that happen.
Those grape, um, sour grape calcium chews, they're hitting.
I'm glad you like them. You got to find a vitamin that works for you. I'm gonna be getting some new vitamins from Bariatric Pal. I'm gonna move on from the creamsicle. They have caramel apple, which is another favorite of mine. What's
You don't
up,
like
Dee
them,
Dee?
or they are a favorite of yours? Hey, Dee.
Oh, they're one of my favorites.
Don't worry about it, Chi-Town. Are you from Chicago or are you really shy? All right, we got Brandon. Brandon has joined us. Brandon is in the building. So,
Uh,
real quick, if you all can do us a favor and go ahead and tap like the live, share the live. Um, we need some more followers up in here so we could share the news of the bariatric male
so
experience.
before we get a little crazy, I'm just gonna grab one little snacky snack.
Yeah. And I need a water, but that's good. I'll get it in a second. Make sure also to follow the hashtag BlackBerry Talk to support our African American brothers and sisters in the TikTok platform. They always have some great content to share. Make sure that we're following them as well. Um, Also, on Sundays, don't forget to tune in at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific for Talk Barry to Me with VSG Bestie.
Yes.
Also, we
Did you
got
catch
the
Barry Unfiltered last night?
Barry Unfiltered was off the chain. They were off the chain. They did that
That
thing
live was cooking.
every Mondays. I forgot the times, but every Mondays, what is it? I mean,
8 p.m. 8 p.m.
is it 8
Eastern.
p.m. 8
Yep.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time?
Then
And then
tomorrow night we've got we got Barry Sisters coming
the
on.
Barry sisters, they always
They're
doing their
always a
thing.
vibe, and
Heck
they
yeah.
are 5:30 Pacific, I believe. So many time zones.
Maria's saying she's having trouble with the pins pinning.
Yeah, we have
I
trouble
don't
with
know
the
why
pin
it
on
won't
that.
let her pin.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure it out.
Well, we're just gonna have to keep an eye out
But
on the comments. All right, we are eight
yeah.
o'clock on the
So
dot now,
and
brother.
yep. So, like I said, when you all get an opportunity, please share, like the lives. We can use all the support we can get in the Barry Male experience for Barry males that are experiencing bariatric surgery or searching for maybe a remedy or a maybe some positivity about getting the bariatric surgery, whatever it may be. So, not even that, we're also trying to reach any males or anyone for that matter in a weight loss journey. That's what we're here for. That's what we support. That's what we represent. And let's get at it, Tony. What have we got going on today? How's your day been?
We, oh, my day's been great. And I've been
Yeah.
looking forward to this all day because we have someone that I feel like has a lot to say. And I just believe that I've sat in on some of his lives and he, he expresses himself in a very unique way and can be very outspoken, but that's what we need sometimes. We need
Yep,
to hear
I
it
agree.
raw. We need to hear it, the way sometimes you just need to hear something directly. And I think he has a lot to say, and I think he has a lot of good content. And if you've ever sat in on his lives, um, he has some great lives. He has great conversations going on. He has real conversations going on too, and it's not just bariatric. He's got a
That's
lot of
right.
real stuff going
Absolutely. And another thing I want to point out, we gave him the green light. We gave Casual B Brandon the green light to be his authentic self. Um, so for some of you that may bother, if this is not for the lighthearted and you can't take the real, then you should probably go watch a movie, because this isn't for you. Um, all disrespectful comments, all disrespectful comments will be taken off out of the panel, dismissed from this live. We're trying to be a positive source of information, and we want to share all experiences by all costs and any means. So we appreciate you all for joining us. I don't know what happened to Casual B. Where'd he go?
on. He's back up.
All right, we're good. But yeah, welcome, Brandon. What's happening, man?
What's going on, brother? How are you? Oh, can't hear you.
You're on mute. I know you're muted.
Hold on, y'all. Let me click out the
There
live
you
and then
go.
come right back in. I can't hear.
All right.
Oh no, we can hear you now.
Hey, Janae.
Janae, what's happening?
Welcome, Barry sister. Selma, thanks for the likes. We appreciate you as always.
While we're pausing, just make sure that we have a little
Oh,
water break.
I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but I need my
I
water.
am the king of reminders today. Vitamin check, water check. What would you
Water.
do without me?
I would be uh constipated without you. Oh man.
Are
But
you
yeah,
trying to
why?
make me do a spit take?
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hey, it's rough out here in these bariatric streets, man. You gotta have your
Yeah.
water for sure.
All right, let's get him back up here.
Are we good to go or what? Hey, famous, how you doing, brother?
Hmm. All right, there we go.
There he is. Welcome, 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 Brandon.
All right, Brendan, how we doing?
Hold on, y'all.
What's happening, man? Good to have you.
Cool, man. Cool. We had some technical difficulties at first, but we here, man. We here.
Hey, it happens,
It's all
man.
right.
Trust me. Trust
We,
me.
we are used to it on this live.
Listen, Tony and Rabb, man. Thank y'all for welcoming me to your platform and even invite me up here to share my story with everybody.
Hell
And
yeah, man. I'm
hey,
looking
Thank you
forward
for
to it.
being with us. You've got a great story, and I think you have a lot more to say than just about your story. I think you have a lot to say that the community needs to hear.
I'm
And
minimal.
I I don't know if you were listening, but I warned everybody. I told them we gave you the green light, so it's all good. You know, it's all love here. Let's get to it, man. So
Hey, Bree.
if you can share your journey and what led you to, bariatric surgery, we can start from there.
Yeah. So, I mean, like a lot of us, man. I battled with my weight for a long time. I battled with food addiction, emotional eating since I was probably like 14. I had a tragic death that happened. One of my best friends, when I was 14 years old, got killed right in front of me, and it spoured me a lot. I didn't have the support and the resources to deal with my mental health. So I went to food, and that started a really bad relationship with food and me emotionally eating. I kind of like shut down. The only thing that was my best friend at that time was food. That was around like 14. So that kind of like spiraled. I was into sports, pretty athletic. I'm from Washington D.C. Hold on, I got a little echo, y'all.
DMV, Washington D.C.
I grew up, in the city, not the best environment, My dad, mom was hustlers, drug dealers, whatever. And so, I didn't have the best, relationship with, food and blah, blah, blah. And I'm gonna keep repeating it that, a lot of this stuff, was mental, my access to, understanding, my body, blah, blah, blah. So, when, basically when I was like 22, 23, I'm just going down through some healthcare. I was diagnosed with diabetes. And, at that age, so I was too young to really understand, how to really manage my stuff. So I was in and out of, the hospital a lot of times, just trying to, get my diabetes under control. But fast forward, what happened with me deciding to get weight loss surgery, I basically had a really, really bad infection that caused me to have pretty much renal failure, kidney failure, and heart failure, what have you, from diabetes, from uncontrollable diabetes, what have you. Landed me in the hospital. Doctors basically like, man, look, your heart failing, all your internal organs is going down. We gave you like 6 weeks to live. I couldn't breathe on my own. This was doing, C19 too. So, I basically, had to make a decision to, save my life. So bariatric surgery was never on like the table for me. I was one of them stubborn fat guys that thought I could do it myself. And, when I had my back against the wall, I kind of, made that decision, late in the game to come get surgery when, I ain't had too much time to live. So, you know, that's
Yeah,
good, good.
So
yeah.
when you get
Good.
all right, so
Go
when
ahead.
you get the word from the doctor just saying they're basically writing your death certificate,
Yeah,
like how do you in your mind, how do you get your mind straight without just saying I give up? Like I know you choose to fight to live, and that for a lot of people, but like you're in a position where you're really in a hopeless spot, and there's going to be a lot of work ahead of you to like get you to the point where you're going to be in the clear, where you're considering yourself healthy.
yeah. So, listen, man, it's crazy. When you are facing your mortality, you crave vitality. It's something that is innate in us. When we're facing things like death, our minds, bodies, find a way to want to live. And so it was an instant switch, I went into survival mode, it was that simple. I think that I didn't need nothing else but to know that, hey, look, death is at the door. You got more than just one foot in a grave. Like you got about one and a half, And so like I was facing my mortality, and the switch came off. Like God ain't ready for you to go yet. You ain't done yet on earth. And I literally, was craving vitality. I wanted to live. I wanted to, experience different things. That I was 33, 34 at the time, single, no kids. I'm like literally, just thinking like, yo, this can't be over for me. And so at that point in time, I think in the hospital, even though I was incapacitated, I made a decision to live. I was fighting for my life.
Okay,
So
so you had a pretty rough go while you were in the hospital too. Um, can you get into detail a little bit about that? I know things are a little bit hazy during that time for you.
yeah, so the majority of the time, man, I'm not gonna lie, like I was out of it, like what I'm saying, from like I was in an induced coma for some time, I was on all type of diuretics and antibiotics and all type of weird stuff to keep me alive or whatever, what I'm saying, ventilator keeping me, what I'm saying, breathing. So I can't remember too much, what I'm saying, it's like a blur, but I definitely, what I'm saying, remember the deafening silence of being, in the hospital during quarantine for a long time, for months at a time, and that shook me up a lot. You know what I'm saying? That definitely shook me up a lot because it wasn't no family, friends, none of that. You know what I'm saying? You there by yourself while you fighting for your life. And the only time you might see somebody that's outside, you know what I'm saying, a nurse that's got to put on a suit and stuff like that, is the chaplain who coming in there to basically help you with final planning arrangement. You know what I'm saying?
So this is all happening during COVID.
Yeah, this happened March 2021, like March 2021, February, March 2021. Yeah.
Did
Hey,
you have
Brandon,
anyone championing you?
Huh?
Did you have anyone championing you, like while you like trying to help you keep going?
I mean, not really. I mean, I couldn't talk. I couldn't do anything. I had family members there, but you know what I'm saying, they can't stay there with you. They couldn't stay there with you. So
Yeah.
it was one of them times. And then you know what I'm saying, because my immune system was compromised, I had to be in a quarantine room by myself. You know what I'm saying? So
Brandon, what was your heaviest weight, Brandon?
actually, man, when I finally was I don't even know if I was stabilized, but when I was well enough to be awake, you know what I'm saying, I would say that I remember them wearing me, bro, and they weighed me on the bed, and I was 784 pounds.
Wow.
784.
784 pounds.
Yep, I was 784 pounds. That was March 2021. I could remember it like yes. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I got that big. And so I was 784 pounds, March 2021.
And in our own conversation that we had, we talked about how the doctors didn't even want to touch
Nah, nah, they didn't. They didn't. They didn't. They didn't want to do too much at all. You know what I'm saying? I had multiple ailments and underlying issues. They didn't want to give me no surgeries, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? They basically was trying to write me off the hospice.
you.
So where was that turning point where you were able to say, "All right, I can get bariatric surgery"? Like what was that turning point for you?
So look. I'm in the hospital, right? And I just met with the what's the people who they come check your I think it was the renal doctor, whatever, right? Come check your kidneys or something, right? And it was an Indian lady, and she was just telling me, she had some resources, blah blah blah. She just talking, just small talk. And so she was like basically like telling me, she was giving me the real. She was like, I don't think you had too much longer to live. They trying to take you to hospice. Like everybody's kind of sugarcoating it, just saying keeping me stabilized with it. But she gave me the real, right? And she was like, unless you do something drastic, this is your fate. Basically, just she didn't sugarcoat it, right? And so at that time, that's when I kind of clicked. Like, all right, I gotta do something. Saying immediate. And like I said, like no surgeon was trying to operate on me. You're not operating at nobody at 600 pounds at all. So I took it in my own hands and I started calling around, getting on all the boards, the Facebook group to see who was the at that time who was the best bariatric surgeon or the most trusted in Dallas or whatever. So I came across this guy named Dr. Aola. And the first time I went to him, or he came to me or whatever, he was hesitant or whatever. He was like, we gotta get you down, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yo, listen, I'm not gonna lie. I said, I got cash. I can pay you cash. Let's get it done. And he pretty much said okay. And that's how it started. I had to pay cash for my surgery, for the surgery, for the anesthesia, for the hospital stay. Cause
And
I tried like 8 to 10 different surgeons, from Las Vegas to trying to go to Mexico to trying to go back home to DC. Yeah, it wasn't nothing that they was doing.
Now, how did you save up all that money for your surgery?
So I mean, I'm blessed to be an entrepreneur, and I was able to take and liquidate some assets, some property or whatever to pay for my surgery.
and keep in mind, if I remember our conversation is that you had insurance, but your insurance was exhausted, correct?
Yeah, so I had insurance that I had transferred from New York City. It's called Oscar, and I had supplemental insurance too. But it was exhausted. I think it was a cap at like 6 million, and I was already in the hospital at that time. From yeah, I was in the hospital off and on from February all the way until like November when I had my surgery, and so I exhausted a lot of things from my therapies to other minor surgeries to what I'm saying, having health aides and stuff that I had to pay for privately after a certain amount of time. So yeah, yeah, I had to pay for a lot of shit privately.
Right.
Even in the hospital with certain kids that I couldn't get because insurance went there. And let me tell you this, I had the gold plan of my insurance. They just couldn't do stuff. They had this thing I might be sent around. They had like insurance excursions or exclusions or something like that where they just wouldn't do things like bariatric surgery. They wouldn't do certain things but a lot of things that was pertaining to obesity or pertaining to like diabetes and stuff like that, or saying my health issues, man, it was not budging.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, during our conversation that you, Tony, and myself had, um, you shared something that stuck with Tony and I more than anything, and I, I, I had made mention about, how the surgery saved your life, and your response to me was what?
Surgery didn't save my life. Therapy saved my life. Mental health saved my life. I contributed, what I'm saying, to man me dedicating my whole journey to saving myself through, what I'm saying, my mind, body, and spirit, right? And being mindful and intentional of how I did it and healing some of that trauma so I could, say, have a better relationship with myself, food, and saying, how I perceive the world. And so like
Now,
go ahead.
was there something that you try to tackle it all at once, or did you tackle each thing one at a time?
So I mean it's crazy how life is because I had already started, what I'm saying, going to therapy, before I had got very sick. I had already kind of started down that road to, saying, tackle food addiction. I'm saying, I went through all type of different therapies. I told you guys I went through like cognitive behavior therapy. I went through, saying, some psychotherapies. I went through therapies, saying, to deal with, family trauma. I'm saying, just being a black male in America and stuff like that. So I went through all different type of therapies and different type of therapies or strategies or whatever, or stuff like that. And all those things, combined kind of helped. But at the time that I got sick, I wasn't as locked in therapy. I was going to therapy while I was in the hospital, saying, twice a week, paying out of pocket for my therapy sessions. Twice a week. Saying just, saying dealing with my mind because, we can deal with the physical side of things, but if your relationship with yourself and food don't change, this you can never win this battle. Everything
Were
that's
there
everything that's happening that has manifested, what I'm saying, with me was always the biggest weight was in between my head, so in my ears or what have you. So, I
what do you feel like were the biggest challenges, like with you trying to like establish a better lifestyle with with eating? Like, what do you feel were your biggest challenges?
man, what's crazy, man? Once I started loving myself, I mean, like actually loving myself, doing the work, doing the hard work, you know what I'm saying? I lost my appetite for a lot of bad stuff, man. Like a lot of bad stuff. Like, the overeating kind of ceased, you know what I'm saying? Actually understanding my triggers and my ticks, you know what I'm saying, and doing something different, it helped me a lot. And so I lost my appetite for a lot of bad food now. Did I indulge? Sometime, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? I still love food, but like, man, a lot of stuff was even before the surgery, bro. I kind of cut out a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And so, I encourage people, I employ people that like, you know, this surgery thing is a tool. I wasn't an advocate for it, even during my weight loss surgery. I mean, even during my weight loss journey, I never talked about my weight loss surgery because I wanted people to understand that like it is literally a tool, and you got to do all the work, and you have to get in tune with yourself. You got to love yourself enough to, what I'm saying, deal with the things that has even caused you to get that big, undisciplined, lazy, et cetera. And those are the things. Those are the pivotal things that will help you through this journey. Here's the thing, though, that I was telling you guys is like, yo, when the going get tough, you always revert back to the old things that you cope with. And you got to learn different coping mechanisms. Especially it's dangerous when you get this surgery and you don't have new coping mechanisms. You will hurt yourself pretty bad.
Mm.
So how much, like, while you were in therapy, so you had started to lose weight before you actually had the surgery. They had to have you down at a certain weight before that?
Yeah, so man, I don't know how I did it, but I think I went from 784 to like 630, 640 when I had surgery. I mean, I lost a lot of weight quick. It was. But when I met with Dr. Aola, man, to then it was probably like 60 days. 60.
Wow.
Yeah, I fasted in the hospital. I didn't eat. I didn't eat nothing. The water they was giving me, man, fluids through IV. I just stopped eating. I fasted. Fasting really helped me, man, and it helped me with my mental clarity as well. So I was like, hey, look, I'm going out of here. I'm not going out of here with the same thing that got me in here.
So with that being said, Brandon, all right, the last time you weighed yourself, what was it? One, that's the first part. What was your weight the last time you weighed yourself? And after you tell everyone that, can you share any strategies for staying motivated and focused on your mental health goals?
Yeah, I got you. So the last time I weighed myself, I was 337. The lowest weight I had was probably like a couple months ago. I was not two. I'm sorry. I want to be two. I was 324. I was 320.
That's
324.
still amazing. From where you started, that is absolutely, that is amazing.
So the last time I weighed myself was last month. Last month.
Yeah,
Around this time last month. Yeah. And my lowest weight was in like October, September. It was 324.
exactly. Talk Barry to me. That's amazing. I was complaining about 3 week liquid diet, you know?
Yeah.
I
So
mean, it puts those things into perspective for sure. Go ahead, Brandon.
yeah. So I'll be honest and truthful. In the first 12, 18 months, I lost the majority of weight. The majority of the 450 pounds I lost in the first 12 to 18 months. The last 12 months, I mean, I got a little scared and I started to slack off on, diet, exercise, etc. And I was cool. I mean, I lost a lot of weight really, really quickly, and so I was just
You didn't want to lose it too fast.
yeah, I was just adjusting, and I was just like, hold up, man, let me slow up. But I'm about to tell you something, Rabb and Tony. I really don't believe in motivation. I had all the motivation in the world to do what I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? I was young, black, successful, out the hood. For all accounts, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, a statistic, and I still ain't do what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? I believe in discipline, doing something every day. You know what I'm saying? I believe in paradigm shift, doing something every day that changes your reality. Even if it's a small thing every day. I went from going to the gym for 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying, could not walk at all, you know what I'm saying, in a motorized scooter, and just going to the gym, making a habit of going to the gym. I wasn't doing nothing in the gym, just in there, right?
It's in there.
Just in there into, you know what I'm saying, walking, you know what I'm saying, and lifting, you know what I'm saying, for 2 hours a day, water aerobics and stuff like that. And so, like, if you just make a habit, you know what I'm saying, of doing something every day in repetition, it becomes a part of your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? We got to make those paradigm shifts just with small incremental habits. You know what I'm saying? So I started at 5 minutes a day in the gym, making it a habit of going to the gym every single day to working myself to 90-minute workout sessions, you know what I'm saying, or 2 a days or whatever like that, 5 to 6 days out the week. I would have never thought I would be doing that. And I did a lot of it, and I left out some details. I did a lot of it with a broken leg. My whole journey, I had a broken leg. You know what I'm saying? I was so big, my leg broke during a therapy session, occupational therapy session, and I did it. Couldn't walk. So, I ain't had no excuses for myself. I went in there with a motorized scooter and did what I could do, whether it was, you know what I'm saying, arm bands, man, lifting my hands up like this, like I did all I could
Just
do.
kept just kept
Any type of
moving.
movement.
Yeah, anything. You moving a 600, 700 body, 500 pound body, you gonna burn some calories. And so it was just a new paradigm for me. It was, being active. And that is what kept me going. It's, I shifted my reality by doing something every day that I normally ain't do. And I wanted to do it. I craved to do it every single day. So it wasn't, nothing was motivating for me to do this. Nothing. It was just, man, me doing small things every day to change my reality. I ain't really, I don't believe in motivation, man. But motivation is stupid. It's a fallacy. What happens
I
when the
know that's right.
motivation run out? What happened? You don't do the
Yeah,
stuff that you need to do no more?
you fail. That's what happens.
So I believe in discipline. I believe in doing small things every day to get to
Mm,
a bigger goal.
that's a good way to put it, for sure.
I almost
Um,
thought Mike Tyson said that too.
Mike Tyson said that too.
Discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline. It's
I know it. Yeah.
discipline. And I lacked discipline. And so discipline was on my list of things to self improve about. I lacked discipline in my life, my personal life, my business, etc. It was all haywire. So I was on a goal to be as disciplined as possible, to be as committed to myself as possible. And so, I was on a journey to make sure that, man, listen, everything I said I was going to do, I did. And so I stuck to those regiments. And like I said, man, I started out 5 minutes in the gym, not doing nothing, just going to the gym. I literally would get in my scooter, ride to the gym, and just be in there for 5 minutes, then leave. I ain't know what to do, so I was just in there, right? You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, man, I hired a few personal trainers, three different personal trainers to work with me. You know what I'm saying? Get me reacclimated with the gym, and I was in there by myself. You know, and so yeah, man. I think that especially people who 200 pounds overweight or more, man, it ain't no motivation gonna stop them from doing that, man. They got to change their habits, change their relationship with food in themselves.
Have you had, can you give an example of any like times where you have had some setbacks?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Last year, man, I'm back in Washington, D.C., man. I took on some projects bigger than where I could chew, you know what I'm saying, in real estate. Man, I caught myself slowly creeping back into doing the wrong things, you know what I'm saying? Wanting to eat a little bit more, wanting to, you know what I'm saying, man, be a little bit lazier in my day-to-day routine, and I had to catch myself, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing my, you know what I'm saying, morning devotions, meditations and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, journaling, stuff like that, stuff that, you really don't want to do, but it do keep you, you know what I'm saying, lying to keep you grounded, keep you sane, keep you baked. So, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, man. I came back home, man. I wanted all the food. Like somebody in the comments said, man, the chicken and the mumbo sauce, man, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to taste it all. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
And so, you know what I'm saying, I went back to them comfort foods for a little bit and I had to catch myself. And, you know what I'm saying, okay, get some discipline. Actually, man, March, man, I'm doing a fast, a 21-day fast, because I believe in fasting for spiritual reasons and for physical reasons as well, just for clarity. So, you know, I mean, for like 2, 3 months, man, because, man, high stress, changing environment, man, I kind of slacked off. And what I realized is that this journey is never going to be, you know what I'm saying, linear. This journey, you know what I'm saying, is going to have its ebb and flows. You're never going to have, you know what I'm saying, 100% good days. You're not going to have 100% good weeks. You're not going to have 100% good months. What I try to do is, you know what I'm saying, if it's 30 days in a month, I want to have 20 good days. 20 good days, you know what I'm saying, compound is better than, you know what I'm saying, trying to, say I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to get it right tomorrow, I'm going to get it right tomorrow. Give yourself grace. You know what I'm saying? I've been learning to give myself a lot of grace.
You set yourself achievable goals.
I don't know if they're achievable, man. I stopped trying to measure this journey. I mean, I was 800 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ever think I was going to get to 300. I've lost more weight than I weigh. I never thought I could even say that. You see what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
stopped thinking about the scale. I stopped thinking about, you know what I'm saying, the pounds, the weighing and measuring the food. I just intuitively let my body, my mind, and my spirit speak to me. And that's when you start changing your habits and you start doing things that's conducive for yourself and for your mind. So I let my body tell me what I need to do. And that took some time. So I've been listening to myself. But measuring kept me on edge. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the pounds, looking at, you know, saying how much food I need to intake, counting calories. I ain't doing all that.
Mm-mm.
I ain't doing
How do
all
you feel? How do you feel, Brandon?
I mean, right now, it's like I said, I'm going through some high stressful time right now, but like actually, my physically, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? I think one of the biggest feats that we kind of discussed or touched on is that like, yo, I was sticking myself with insulin 5 to 7 times a day. You know, fast acting, slow acting, all type of insulin, high dosage. I was, man, taking blood pressure medication, man, cholesterol, man, stuff for my kidneys, man, stuff for what was I had lymphedema. My legs were this big.
Mm.
I don't take any medicine, man. Not one bit of medicine. In 12 months after my surgery, I had to do a dental switch. Diabetes went from my A1C went from a 12.3, 12.4 to a little bit under 5. I think it was like a 4.8, 4.9, and that was even crazy in itself that I no longer had to stick myself.
Right.
No longer had to stick
I
myself.
hear these numbers. It's so crazy, like the significant like drop in that.
It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable that I went from sticking myself 5 to 7 times a day with uncontrollable diabetes. I'm talking about sugars in the threes and fours, like it was normal. You know what I'm saying? Like it was normal. That was normal for me. You know, my A1C, like I said, was 12, 12.4, probably was 13 at a time. You know, and it was in a year.
Now, you talked earlier about trying different types of therapies, and I can imagine, you know, what you went through at 14 years old with your losing your friend.
Yeah.
And that still, I know that has to still stick with you today. Um, what therapy stuck out the most for you that worked most for you in your journey? Like, and I'm not just talking about just like with weight loss, I'm talking about with as a collective.
So, I'm not the most memorable therapy. It wasn't because I mean, once you go to therapy, I mean, it's all the same thing. You know, so they provide you the tools. You got to do the work. You know, you got to do. But one therapist in particular helped me or guided me through a lot of breakthroughs. And I believe that is because it was a black woman, it was a sister. And so like when I
Mm,
used to go to other therapists, you know what I'm saying, you know, they was white or whatever, they couldn't relate to me because you know we just ain't speak the same language, right?
mm,
And so
Yeah.
so they would ask me questions like, so tell me about at such and such time. So I would bullshit the topic or whatever, like yeah, you know that happened, but you know, man, the black therapist, I would say certain things. She was like, say that again. How
mm,
you? Nah,
She would
nah.
hold you accountable.
Yeah, yeah. She
mm,
knew.
Yeah.
She knew the unspoken languages, right? She knew the, you know, what I'm saying the different man tonality. She understand the inflection in my voice. She run me back. She understood how to get it out of me, and it literally, man, helped me a lot because this was at the height of, you know what I'm saying, it was like a month or two before my surgery, and you know what I'm saying, I met her, and you know that literally helped me a lot to stay focused, to stay focused.
Yeah, I feel like in my own experience, like you sit there and talk to a therapist and they just ask you a series of questions and you just feel like they're just taking your money. They're
Yeah,
like they don't even try to get down on the level with you.
yeah.
How many therapists do you feel like you went through before you met the one
I
that
think
really
nine.
changed?
I think nine, and like just in yeah, nine since about 2020. I think nine. I think nine, and they all gave me a different approach, and so you know what I'm saying, I took all those things and you know what I'm saying, and incorporated the things that I need. I took off the meat and potatoes and discarded other stuff. Yeah, but I went through nine therapists and different types of therapy and stuff like that. But that journey alone, man, was the best decision I made to commit to my mental health. And I want to drive that home that, you know, you cannot do this without committing to your mental health. You can't do it alone. You can't, especially if you have, you know what I'm saying, any past trauma that, you know what I'm saying, that's really deep. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm talking about, man, from family trauma, generational trauma, whatever. Man, I think that, man, sometimes you have to get someone, a professional, to help you process them things in a way that allows you to, you know, take time to and give yourself grace and love to get through those things because sometimes we don't forgive ourselves. Sometimes we tend to blame ourselves, or we make, you know what I'm saying, room for our own suffrages. And so, you know, that therapy helped me, and I'm an advocate for mental health and wellness, man. I want people to get therapy. I want people to, you know what I'm saying, get grounded. I want to stop talking, but you can't change what you're not willing to confront fully. And
Mm.
Yeah.
sometimes we don't have the tools or the capacity to confront the things that really burden us and weighing us down literally and figuratively. And so, like, you know, that's what therapy did for me. It helped me unpack the bullshit. It did a lot. And so, like, man, I mean, the physical side, I think it was like the 80-20 rule. I think 20% was, you know what I'm saying, surgery, exercise, eating right, but 80% was the mental journey we go through. Because we all, you know what I'm saying, especially, you know, we super morbidly obese, deal with depression, deal with, you know what I'm saying, mental illness in some capacity, dealing with food addiction and emotional eating. And that stuff is tied to something. And
Hmm.
sometimes understanding the tie and being able to recognize it, man, will give you your breakthrough with yourself and with food.
So
Right.
your emotional eating, did you find that it was mostly like when you were under stress or you were upset? Like, was it, because I know culturally, like for me, like I come from, I'm half Filipino, my wife's Brazilian. We celebrate everything.
Everything.
So it's a feast. I had an Irish and Italian side of the family, and Sundays were Sunday dinner. And if you didn't eat at least three plates, you were insulting somebody, like my grandmother. So
So yeah, so I grew up, you know what I'm saying, in a black family that celebrated everything. Whether it was a funeral, a baby shower, man, Uncle Larry coming home, man, they celebrated everything. You getting a on your report card, a PE, like they celebrate. It was a ton. It was tons of food, of chicory, flour, orally, you know what I'm saying, greasy, you know what I'm saying, products and food, you know what I'm saying, and that's how we celebrate it. And so you know what I'm saying, early on, unbeknownst to me, you know what I'm saying, had a bad relationship with food just from the jump, just because of how I was brought up. I
yeah.
had a really bad of relationship with food. I mean, I had foods for when I was happy, foods when I was sad, foods when I was angry, foods when, you know what I'm saying, I wanted some comfort. I had every type of food, and I had a taste for every emotion. I had a bad addiction to food.
Yeah.
Anything in particular that was your favorite?
It was my favorite. I ain't really
Scrap,
had no favorite. I mean,
scrapple egg and cheese,
I just
chicken
wanted
mumbo.
all the above, man. Large
Yeah.
quantities of food, man. Large quantities of food. I feel like I had a hole in my stomach. I wanted to eat so much,
Yeah.
man.
Fried chicken, fried five wings of fried rice for $5 at the China Hut on Georgia Avenue.
That mama sauce undefeated, man.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah,
is. It is.
but yeah, yeah, man. I had addiction to food, but large quantities though. I mean, just mounds of it. It don't matter what it was. It could have been salad, to be honest.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
As long as it was there and you could eat it. I hear you.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. It was the constant, just man, getting it in, man. So I had to
Yeah.
Yeah.
retrain my mind and my body. Like, man, you ain't got to do that all the time. But I do find out.
And there are some instances where, and I think for me, speaking for myself,
Mhm.
um, I grew up in poverty too. I just never knew when I was going to eat again.
Facts, 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 facts.
So when I had a chance to eat, I was going to get it all in and make
Facts.
sure it counted to hold me over. So,
Now I think
yeah.
about, I think that's where it starts at. You know what I'm saying? You get that gluttony from wanting to get it in because you never know when your next meal gonna come. Or you never know. You know what I'm saying? If you know, got to share with somebody who are a little less fortunate than you. So you know what I'm saying? You tend to a lot of our unhealthy habits. It comes from, you know what I'm saying, us being in survival states in childhood and stuff like that. For me, I know for sure. I really had, you know what I'm saying, developed a unhealthy relationship with food and myself just from survival.
Mm.
Bariatric Betty says therapy helps the compulsive behavior not turn into a transfer addiction too.
Oh, oh. So, guys, I want to be honest because what I'm saying, I'm proud of you guys. Y'all fairly new in
Yeah.
our journeys as
Yep.
well. Um, how have y'all dealt with transferred addiction? Because anything that I do, because I do have it, I do it excessively. Whether it's, gambling, sex,
Yeah. Yeah.
work, I do it excessively. So how do you calm the beast inside of you? Because is there food was just, something that was easy to do that you can do without too many people noticing, that you have a bad character trait or flaw. How have you dealt with transferred addictions?
Go ahead,
So
Tony.
I've dealt with the gambling thing that I had to curb right away because
Really? I didn't
I
know that
oh
about you.
I that first couple months I was online poker like it's online betting, like especially when they legalized it in Massachusetts. It's like, oh, what can I bet on now? And it's so easy because they're like, oh, you make a $5 bet, we'll give you $200 in free bets, and all of a sudden you're hooked. And it's like, you know what? I'm spending money, and all of a sudden I'm like, why am I short cash this week? Because I'm spending on whether or not the Celtics are gonna win. So it's stuff like that. It's like, oh man, it, I've been fortunate enough to catch myself when I realize that, like, I spend money. That's my thing. Is that spending money was a big thing.
Yep, yep.
Besides being on here, and I've done a good job with trying to curb my amount of time that I was on TikTok because I was on here and my wife was just like, you're not spending any time with the family. So
Yeah.
um, somehow it's gone to spending money, whether it's buying scally caps, and my obsession with that, Rab.
Yeah.
Um,
Same as
it's
mine.
I go through little things where I splurge my money on certain things. So, at one time it was gambling, then it was buying things that I liked, like hats, or maybe I went on a shopping spree and all of a sudden I'm starting to buy clothes and I'm like, I'm shrinking out of these clothes already. Like, you get obsessive with certain little things. Then you get obsessive, like, oh, I want to try every single flavor of a protein bar, and all of a sudden I've spent $200 worth of stuff on just that I'm never going to eat all of it. So
Right.
spending money is probably I would say probably that's my addiction right there.
Yeah. And transfer addiction for me is, man, I don't even pay it no attention. Um, I gamble, I go shopping, I spend money when I probably shouldn't.
It's
Um,
money.
I don't, but you know what? I don't address it. And I was thinking about it. I was thinking about just the other
But
day
why are
when
you
I went.
spending the money? Because it
But
makes you
look,
feel
check
better. Makes you
because it
feel
makes
better.
me feel better, right? But
Yeah.
check this out. I went gambling the other day and I got robbed. I went to two different and I gotta watch what I say, I guess. But I went to two different casinos and yeah, I lost. I didn't win. You know what I'm saying? And you know when you go gambling and you get mad because you just spent that money you knew you shouldn't have, and you're like, damn, now I gotta recover from this, that, and the other. And it's like you're like, damn, why would I just do that? Why would I just go spend unnecessary money on some luck to happen rather than spending that money or that time on myself? Like Jay says in in the comments, about going to the gym. Skip going to casino, go to the gym. Skip going to shopping, go to the gym unless of course you need it. And if you spend that time at the gym and you spend that time or in therapy, you spend that time taking a walk, like Betty said,
Doing
and you
something to
spend
improve yourself.
doing that stuff to improve yourself, then maybe consider splurging a little bit. See how much time you got left of that. What'd you say, Brandon?
So I'll be honest. Like I caught myself in this cycle of transferring my addictions back over. So go to the casino, lose. I mean, for me, man, tens of $1,000s. That triggers me to go back to eating. Right. I go back to eating. I feel bad about that. That triggers me wanting to, man, go out to some ladies or whatever. So like I had to like just practice, you know what I'm saying, full restraint, like, you know what I'm saying, don't even start this bad. So I had to stop gambling, had to stop doing a lot of things because I don't even want to go down those paths no more, you know. But for me, once I start, it's a slippery slope down to yonder for me, man. I mean, all the way down. So like, I know that about myself, and so I understand how that looks for me. And so if I start gambling, you know what I'm saying, pretty heavy, I'm gonna start eating pretty heavy. If I start eating, I'm gonna be going after the ladies, and so I gotta chill. So
So saying we got about 15 minutes left, and I now see your background.
yeah, I was putting my numbers up because I wanted people because sometimes I forget about you know saying the real things. People want to know the what, when, where, how, blah blah blah, and so I was putting my numbers up because I took some time to actually document some of my numbers, and you guys could see the numbers and
Yeah.
actually know what I went through. I did have the duodenal switch, had it in Dallas, Texas, from Dr. Aola. What else I might be missing? Man, whole lot. Worked out 5 to 6 times a week. You know what I'm saying? Started out with chair exercises. Uh, work from
Share X.
like I said, yeah, chair exercises. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. The occupational therapists and physical therapists had me in there doing the old people stuff with, you know what I'm saying, small
I
resistance.
started with that for my back. Yeah.
Yeah, just started there. I worked my way up to, 2 45-minute tour days. I did a lot of water aerobics and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Some light lifting. And I went from not being able to walk at all to, you know what I'm saying, man, clearing, 2 to 4 miles, you know what I'm saying? Not even playing. So that that's the base of some of the stuff. What did I eat? So the first 18 months I cut out all sugar and flour. All sugar and flour products, you know what I'm saying? I think that was probably one of the biggest things that I did because, just allowed me to simplify my meals or what have you. I cut out all sugar and flour and I fasted, a lot of times. I did not do the protein shakes and all that type of stuff. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. Shit was nasty. So, I couldn't do it. Got my protein in throughout the day. I tried my best to get my water intake in. Crystal Light was my best friend. Tell her to start giving me like headaches and stuff like that. So, what I'm saying, just lemon, lime, cucumber water, stuff like that. Yeah. Right now, what I'm saying, I might be missing out on a lot of stuff, but you guys could just ask questions. So
Brandon, someone asked what the switch means.
In the duodenal switch,
the
like what's the
duodenal
switch?
switch is so it's one of the most invasive surgeries. I don't know too much about the medical stuff, guys, but what I'm saying, they cut your stomach, they reroute your intestines, they take out your gallbladder, they do some other stuff as well. They sew you back up.
And that's it.
And if anyone knows what the duodenal switch is in the
Yeah,
comments, just
yeah.
throw it in there.
I'm not the one that's gonna give all the medical advice and stuff like that. I feel like everybody's journey is unique in their own. If you work it, it will work for you.
That's it.
That's just what it is. If you work it, it will work for you. I would never, you know what I'm saying? I would have never got this far comparing journeys, right? And, I think that's one of the biggest things that I had a singular journey. I didn't have a support system. I didn't know you guys existed. I wish I did. But I did this thing alone. And I think it was the best thing that I chose to do myself. I had to separate myself from family, friends, and, saying anything that wasn't conducive for my mental health at the time. And it worked. Doing it alone and not having no crutch, no codependency actually helped me a lot.
Nice. Yeah,
So the
we're
wellness wake up. I just want to touch on that real quick.
yeah, absolutely.
So I know that Rab and I have joined you in that live. That's your live that you have. I know that you have other lives, especially late night ones, which get real. But this one really, I think, really shines. And I remember being in there for a couple of them, and they had some really, really deep conversations that like really impressed me, like just how well that the live was going. And you really touch on a lot of stuff, and especially a lot of the about the mental aspect of it that I think a lot of us don't really talk enough about.
Yeah, so I look at our bodies, you know what I'm saying, our brains and our mental as our operating system, like a computer. If the operating system doesn't work, the computer doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? You can't even get it to turn on, to be honest, you know? And so I believe that if you take care of your operating system, you update your software, you make sure there ain't no viruses on it and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You got your protection together. You're more than likely to have a smooth sailing machine, you know, when our body is just a machine or what have you, that we got to take care of at all costs. And I don't, you know what I'm saying, try to get into the weeds and the details of what to eat, how to work out, what to do this, what to put in your body and stuff like that. Because I was so obese, anything that I did worked if I worked it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so, I'm not talking about I'm not my thing is not to talk to people who have um less than, 100 pounds to lose. My thing is to talk to people who have 200 pounds, 150 pounds to lose, 300 pounds,
Mm,
because I need them to start with something that can work for them and, put this thing in bite size. And the one thing that they could do is change their minds. And so, that's what I focus on the most is changing your minds and incorporating small habits to, get you to your goals. And I think that sometimes we just overcomplicate things. And, if you take care of your mind will take care of your body will take care of you. And so, that's
mm.
that's what I do, and I do go deep. I do really go deep. You know what I'm saying? Especially,
Yeah.
especially with the people who are used to being coddled. So you not coming in my room or around me centering yourself about why shoulda, coulda, did not work. We ain't doing that. I got a major pain approach, and I feel like, what I'm saying, if I did it, you can too. I was 800 pounds, told I had 6 weeks to live, had heart failure, infection that they could not, what I'm saying, get under control, and I made no excuses for myself. Made not one excuse for myself. I took accountability for me being that damn big. Everything that was codependent or was toxic, I let go out of my life, and I did what I needed to do for myself. So I'm the wrong person to go to if you feel like you're gonna get coddled.
I know that's right. Love it.
I,
Hey,
I,
thank you
I
all
I love
for the
the approach.
31,000 likes, by the way, too. I appreciate all the likes, Tony and I. Thank you
Yeah,
all for
and
joining us
there's a
for the
lot of
casualty.
I've been looking at the conversations going on down there, and a lot of good stuff, man. There's I think that the conversation about mental health really speaks volumes because, and again, I don't think it's spoken about enough in this community, and um I think talking about it tonight, and I think we've talked about it in the last few lives, like it always seems to come up, that mental aspect of this journey that we don't seem to highlight enough, and it's probably the most important part of the journey. Because after the surgery, everything else is it's mental. Whether you want to pick up the fork to bite something, or whether you want to make the intent to go for a walk or to go to the gym, or whether you just want to sit down and turn the TV on and then stuff your face full of popcorn. I mean, it's all mental. Um, so I think it's very important that we take accountability for our mental health. And I'm still proud to say that I have my appointment with my therapist on April 5th, and I am looking forward to that because I definitely have things I need to work through.
Yeah, and I need to stop putting it off. I've been putting it off way too long. I keep talking about it and not being about it myself. And I've been putting it off. And just talking to you, Brandon, about, things that we all carry. I mean, I can really, I really can relate with the fact that, right now, I'm 9 months post-op. I still got that restriction. What happens when that restriction leaves? And that's scaring me, man. And I really want to touch in on that therapy for sure.
Proud,
Find me a home.
I'm proud of you guys. I'm definitely proud of you guys. I would say that the first 6 months, first 9 months out of post op, I lost every bit of mind I had, bro. When your body is used to a certain amount of sugar, flour, bad things, and what I'm saying, it's reduced to little to nothing, and what I'm saying, some of those, what I'm saying, man, toxins is coming out your body. The only thing that you can literally depend on is man, keeping a little bit sane. And I think that, people underestimate that first year of making sure that they keep their mind and mental right is the most important, because you are, that physical side of you are going to, it changing like that, rapidly changing like that, will drive you up a wall, drive you up a wall. And so like I underestimated myself, the mental and emotional impact of what I'm saying, man, cutting on yourself. And so, I think that people immediately after surgery, not the little small, what I'm saying, prerequisites and requirements they tell you to do. I mean, you need to commit to this thing, because you will feel like you're losing your mind after surgery. It literally is a natural thing. It's a rapid change in your body and your makeup, and that change sometimes, man, causes you to question everything around you. Why do you even have surgery? What are you doing? The people around you. And so you have to stay grounded with, man, staying as clear conscious as possible.
Mm.
Yeah, and that, I think it's important. And, to keep touching on this is that, we sit there and we compare our journeys. That's the mental part, is why we're comparing each other. It's in your head. Why are you paying attention to what someone else is doing, when what is the most important thing is what you should be paying attention to is what's going on in your head, because you need to focus on yourself, because it's your journey. Make your journey your journey. It can't be Brandon's, it can't be Rab's, it can't be mine. When I go to sit there and talk with my therapist, I'm not going to talk about what Rab is doing. I need to talk about what's going on in my head so I can be successful. And I think, again, we all lose sight of that. We see everything in front of us about like how successful people are. And everyone's like, well, he's doing this or she's doing that. And it gets it into our head that there is a way that they need to be following without saying, well, that's not going to work for me. And then they think they've done something wrong. The thing you've done wrong is that you haven't fixed what's going on in your head yet. You need to be right with yourself. You were in the right place when you decided to take this journey. You just need to be in the right place to continue it.
Man, you just spoke some words. I got a few minutes. I could do a quick Q&A if anybody has any questions, because I know I missed a lot of things. I know I rambled along with some things. I could do a quick Q&A. I'm an open book, guys. You guys can ask me whatever you would like for a few minutes. I know they got to wrap up.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
there's
if we get
something,
any comments down,
yeah, any comments, questions, go ahead and throw them out there. One
we'll
thing
go a little late.
I want to bring up real quick before we do run out of time and we do sign off, that I really want us all to make sure that we're paying attention to this hashtag that's been above our head for the past month, BlackBerry Talk. It's very important to us, Tony and myself, and all involved with the Barry Male Experience, that we are showing gratitude for our African American Black creators on this platform. So as we near the end of Black History Month, it's crucial to extend recognition to our African American bariatric creators above and beyond, and emphasize that acknowledgement of their contributions should transcend the confines of 1 month. Their presence on this platform not only promotes health and wellness, but also challenges stereotypes and inspires others on their own weight loss journeys. Let's commit to ongoing support and appreciation for these creators, recognizing that their impact is felt every day beyond the confines of a calendar month. And I wanted to make sure that we stress that, moving forward, day in and day out, that that's what Barry Male Experience stands on. That's who we are. We are community, and we also inspire all ethnic backgrounds, despite what they um, relate to. So I just wanted to get that across. Uh, so, do we have any questions?
I don't know how you follow that. That was great.
I don't know either, man, but it's love, man. That's what it is. What things are you excited for moving forward, Brandon? That's a question.
So look, I'm not gonna lie, man. Yeah, I'm pretty vain. So man, I done lost so much weight, man. The amount of loose skin I got, man. I'm excited to you know, pay for skin surgery. I'm probably gonna lose 80 to 90 more pounds, and I'm gonna start those journey. Some consultations or whatever, man. It's a series of skin surgery, but I'm willing to do it. I can't look like a sack of potatoes forever. I ain't about to lose 500 pounds and do it to the best of my ability. So I'm gonna watch what I say on your platform. But yeah, man, like that's the next thing for me, man. Bodybuilding and what I'm saying, going after the vanity side. I work my ass off to get here.
Well, we'll definitely have you back up so you could be as vain as you want up on here.
I know that's right.
You work hard for it. We'll give you the platform for it.
Talk Barry to me. VSG said I'm getting snatched in 25.
Like, keep
Hey, again, you all, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Brandon, for sure.
up, man. Peace out.
We want to have you back, man, for sure. Also, don't forget to tune in on Sunday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific for Talk Barry to Me with VSG Bestie. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night for your Barry sisters. Do you know the times for them by any
We will
chance?
go with 5:30 Pacific time, I believe. I know they're in
5:30.
there, so
Yeah, 5:30
make sure we get
Pacific.
it right.
Check
They go
out
in
your
reverse
Barry
to us.
sisters tomorrow night for sure.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, we got it.
Bree, J Janae, and Kara. Make sure you follow them, check them out. They got a whole bunch of energy. They're wide, live, and direct.
And they got a
Also,
hell of a vibe.
heck yeah. And don't forget to check out Mondays with Unfiltered, Very Unfiltered with Anna and Kate. Next weekend we're gonna have your one and only Jay Salazar. He's gonna come hang out with us next weekend. That ought to be a trip. I'm looking forward to that for sure next week. What were you gonna say, Brandon?
I was telling everybody in the comments, man, in the chat, man, thank you for all the encouraging words, and thank you guys for, man, supporting me. And I got to do this, man,
You do it. Do it.
because somebody inspired me, and I didn't think it was somebody on TikTok who was bigger than me and had a more, saying, extensive journey. It's the guy that comments named Fadeaway Ron. I think
Yeah,
you gotta, man, look at his journey, man. Get him up here. He is amazing. I'm talking about.
absolutely.
I'm impressed by him a lot. He was 800 pounds. He was over 800 pounds.
Hey Fade, we
Well,
see you in the comments. We're coming for you, Fade. We coming for you. You can't fade it, Fade. We
Fade
coming for you. Hey,
away,
I
Ryan.
appreciate you all. See y'all next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific. Peace, love, and soul.